The names weren't supposed to spill out. Not like this. Not in the dead of night, plastered across headlines like the script of a Hollywood horror movie.
I want to put it out to the fans. I'll let the fans vote on it. Unless you want to vote on it, Killer. They're asking me to come to the Diddy trial.
People now say they were threatened, watched. Even worse. And all roads lead back to one man.
I wasn't willing to do what was expected of me. Not talent-wise, but in other areas.
All of them dragged into the same nightmare. All of it linked to Diddy.
So many times, even very early on, where Diddy was making comments like, oh, now you're f***able, like you look right, I could now.
This isn't just a courtroom scandal. This is about what happens when fear, silence, and unchecked power are allowed to rot beneath the surface for far too long. Because now the federal court is asking the real questions. About NDAs, about blown up cars, about hidden hotel surveillance. And that only means one thing. Someone finally broke the silence.
No receipts, he dead. Craig Mack can't give you receipts, he dead. What are you talking about? Who else? Black Rob can't give you receipts, he dead. And everybody else you made sign paperwork so they can't talk about.
And the person who shattered the silence, it's the woman who kept it the longest.
Cassie describing the music mogul as a vicious, cruel, and controlling man, saying she was trapped and held down by Combs. She's now suing him for what she says happened during what she's calling a cycle of spelling out incident after incident.
She was just 19 when she met him, and he was 37. Diddy didn't just sign Cassie Ventura to his label, he pulled her into his shadow. For nearly 10 years, Cassie wasn't just his girlfriend, she became a perfectly polished ornament on his arm. Red carpets, magazines, music videos. She smiled for the cameras, but behind that smile, a prison. According to Cassie's jaw-dropping 2023 lawsuit, what she endured wasn't just toxic, it was terrifying. Allegations of beatings, threats, being drugged and forced into degrading acts, some of it recorded, some of it inside hotel rooms that Diddy personally paid for, and some of it happened in full view of people who turned a blind eye. She says he made her carry guns in her purse, that she was pressured into disturbing situations with male escorts without her consent while under the influence of drugs. For years, people whispered everyone knew something was off, but no one had the courage or the proof to say it out loud. Until the video, March 2016, a shuttered Intercontinental Hotel in LA. CNN dropped the bomb, security footage showing Diddy grabbing Cassie, slamming her to the ground, kicking her twice, and then dragging her limp body down the hallway like she was nothing. The clip exploded online. Hours later, Diddy released a video apology.
My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video.
But Cassie's legal team wasn't having it. They called it hollow. He's not sorry for doing it. He's sorry the world saw it, they snapped. And now that footage is a part of a full-blown federal trial. Cassie isn't just telling her story, she's helping prosecutors paint a broader picture, one that shows Diddy didn't just hurt her. He allegedly built a whole network of control, abuse, cover-ups, and her testimony is just the beginning. Because when Cassie left him for good, she didn't just walk away, she blew the whole thing wide open. And suddenly, people who had once been silent, friends, exes, even strangers, were pulled into the chaos like Michael B. Jordan.
Diddy threatened Michael B. Jordan for flirting with Cassie.
Back in 2015, Cassie was filming in South Africa. Her relationship with Diddy was, surprise, off again. During that time, she got close to someone else, just a little too close. They spent New Year's Eve together, nothing serious, but enough to make Diddy lose it. At the time, Cassie didn't name the actor, but in her lawsuit, she said Diddy found out, made a furious call. The man panicked, called her immediately and said, "You need to call Mr. Combs. Now." No details, no name. Spear. Years passed, then Rolling Stone confirmed it. The actor Diddy allegedly threatened Michael B. Jordan. According to the filing, while shooting in Cape Town, Ms. Ventura began a flirtatious relationship with an actor, Mr. Combs, found out. Mr. Combs called the actor and threatened him. The actor called Ms. Ventura, panicked, and said, "You need to call Mr. Combs." Michael B. Jordan was already making waves with Fruitvale Station and Creed. He was rising fast, but hadn't yet hit superstardom. And now he found himself in the crosshairs of a man who hated being told no. Michael never spoke about it, still hasn't, but guess what? His name is on the witness list. Yes, the list, the one being combed through by federal prosecutors, the one that could destroy Diddy's empire. Jordan isn't there because of a relationship. He's there because of a threat. One phone call, one moment of Diddy's unchecked fury, and now that single call is evidence in a courtroom. But Michael's story is just one thread. Before Cassie came forward, before the tapes, the lawsuits, the scandal, there was another woman trying to raise the alarm, Aubrey O'Day.
So many times, even very early on, where Diddy was making comments like, oh, now you're like you look right, I could you now.
She met Diddy in 2004. She was bright-eyed, ambitious, and wanted to be a star. Diddy promised to make that dream come true, and for a moment, he did. He created Danity Kane, 5 girls, 1 girl group, and Aubrey as the shining centerpiece. But the glitz faded fast. Aubrey has been screaming her truth for years. People just weren't listening. But now, with Diddy under investigation, every old clip, every podcast, every teary interview is finally being seen for what it really was, a warning. In 2023, she sat down for a podcast and dropped this bomb. She was expected to please Diddy, and not professionally.
I wasn't willing to do what was expected of me. Not talent-wise, but
she didn't spell it out, but it was clear. She was forced into situations no aspiring singer should ever be in. She said she was the only girl in the group pressured that way, and years before, the footage was already there. Aubrey looking pale, robotic, nervous whenever Diddy was around. In one eerie clip, she echoes everything he says, like she's terrified of slipping up. Fans are only now realizing that wasn't TV drama, that was real. Aubrey says Diddy used to body shame them constantly, called her a wet dog for sweating during rehearsal, told her to fix her 3rd toenail before walking in the room. It wasn't mentorship, it was humiliation, and every girl in Danity Kane lived in fear. When Diddy kicked her out in 2008, he told the press she had changed, that she got cocky. But Aubrey later revealed she was punished for refusing to play the game. And when Cassie's lawsuit dropped, Aubrey stood up immediately, called Cassie a queen, said she had been trying to tell the world for years, and now she wasn't shutting up. She even exposed the NDA trap when Diddy offered to return publishing rights to his artists. He demanded they sign an NDA and exchange silence for cash. Aubrey said hell no, told the other girls not to sign either. She chose her voice over the money, and guess what? Aubrey's not alone, as the list doesn't end there. Next up, Kid Cudi? Yes, Kid Cudi. Let's talk about Kid Cudi. Quiet, low-key, deeply respected in the industry for doing his own thing. The last person you'd expect to get dragged into a bombshell federal case involving Diddy, and yet, here we are. According to Cassie's lawsuit, Cudi wasn't just background noise in this twisted saga. He was targeted. Now, Cassie and Cudi were never confirmed as a couple, but the rumors, they were swirling. Whispers of them texting, maybe hanging out, spending time together when Cassie and Diddy were off again. You know, nothing official, just 2 artists bonding. But apparently, that was enough to make Diddy go off the rails. Cassie's lawsuit says when Diddy found out she'd been speaking to Cudi, he didn't just throw a tantrum, he allegedly threatened him. And not with just words. Shortly after those rumors started, Kid Cudi's car exploded in the driveway of his home. Yes, you read that right. It blew up. This isn't tabloid fluff. This is in the official federal court filings. And multiple news outlets have confirmed it's being examined by investigators. No one got hurt, no arrests were made. But Cudi, he never denied it. He didn't say a word, just went completely silent. And maybe that was the point. Because at the time, it didn't become a headline. No police drama, no interviews, just one of the most respected rappers in the world staying quiet while his car blew up in flames. But Cassie didn't forget, and now neither has the court. Pair that with Michael B. Jordan's story, the late night threat, the fear, and you start to see the full picture. Cassie wasn't just isolated, she was surveilled. Every time she got close to someone new, that person got burned, literally. And here's the scary part. Cudi never filed a report. He never went to the press. If Cassie hadn't spoken up, we'd never even know. That's why Cudi's name matters. It shows how far Diddy was allegedly willing to go to keep control, even risking lives. The silence wasn't just strategic, it was survival. Around the same time, Diddy's image was beginning to crack. Danity Kane had crumbled. More people were whispering, but as long as nobody said it out loud, he stayed untouchable. Now, Cassie is testifying. The witness list is exploding, and Cudi, silent or not, is part of the case. But the rabbit hole goes even deeper. The list of names connected to Diddy's web isn't just shocking, it's bizarre. A mix of Hollywood A-listers, music legends, and total wildcards. Let's talk Michelle Williams. Yes, that Michelle, 1/3 of Destiny's Child, gospel singer. Not someone you'd expect to see on a federal witness list about abuse and violence. She's never made a public statement. She's never been linked professionally to Diddy in any major way. So why is her name there? Because sometimes it's not about direct involvement, it's about proximity. Michelle moved in those same elite circles. Diddy was tight with Beyonce's camp in the 2000s. It's possible Michelle witnessed something, heard something, maybe something she didn't even fully understand at the time. But the court flagged her name for a reason. Now let's turn to someone who has plenty of history with Diddy, Kanye West. We already know they go way back. Collaborations, events, crossovers, but here's where it gets real messy. Even after the lawsuits against Diddy went public, after the hotel footage, after Cassie's legal bombshell, Kanye was still releasing music with him. In March, Kanye dropped a track featuring Diddy, his son King Combs, and other artists tied to the same inner circle.
Thank you so much for just taking care of my kids, man.
Absolutely. I love you so much.
This wasn't some old recording dusted off from the archives. It was new. It was intentional. A clear signal that Kanye and Diddy were still riding together while Diddy was under federal fire. Now, let's be clear. Kanye isn't accused of anything, but prosecutors believe he may have been at the infamous parties, the exclusive events where NDAs were mandatory, where cameras were hidden, and where, according to Cassie and Aubrey, horrifying things took place. Kanye's silence? It's not innocence, it's a question mark, and the court wants answers. Next up, Lauren London. This one shocked everyone. Lauren's beloved actress, Nipsey Hussle's widow, LA royalty. Her inclusion on the witness list raised a lot of eyebrows. There's no public record of any fallout with Diddy, no headlines, no lawsuits. So why is she there? Simple, proximity again. Through her relationship with Nipsey and her deep roots in the LA music scene, Lauren moved close to Diddy's world. She may have been at the parties, she may have heard stories, she may know a lot more than the public does. And finally, brace yourself, Mike Myers. Yes, Austin Powers, Mike Myers. He's on the list. Why? The leading theory? A scene in Goldmember, where his character Dr. Evil jokes about a tattoo that says, "E did Diddy." Random? Or maybe he partied with the wrong people one night and saw too much? It sounds ridiculous until you realize everything else on this list once sounded ridiculous too. Now let's pivot to the guys who've never been afraid to speak up. Mace and Cameron. Both have been loud about Diddy's shady business for years. Mase? He's called him out for robbing artists, signing them to garbage contracts, and keeping them broke while he got rich. He's even publicly accused Diddy of running his label like a prison. Cameron he's having fun with this, posting on social media asking his followers if he should attend the trial like it's a red carpet event.
Biggie ain't here, so Big can't give you no receipts. He dead. Craig Mack can't give you receipts. He dead. What are you talking about? Who else? Black Rob can't give you receipts. He dead. And everybody else you made sign paperwork so they can't talk about.
Go with you. If you going, I'm gonna go with you. If you going, I'm gonna go with you. Yeah. Just me randomly going, nah, I ain't gonna.
They might not testify, but their presence, their voice, keeps the pressure boiling. Because let's be real, this case isn't just about what Diddy allegedly did behind closed doors. It's about all the people who knew something was off and looked away, who stayed quiet, who helped protect the image of a man Cassie claims terrorized her for years. Now, the silence is cracking. And that witness list? It's not just names on paper, it's a blueprint of an empire built on fear, control, and NDAs. Some people stayed silent, some were silenced, and some, like Cassie, like Aubrey, are finally saying no more. This isn't just a celebrity meltdown, this is a federal trial that could tear down a media mogul's entire legacy. We're talking about actors, singers, bodyguards, producers, victims still unnamed. Who ends up taking the stand? That's for the court to decide, but the real weight of this case, it's about what finally happens when fear no longer wins. Because for 20 years, power protected him, money silenced the rumors, but now it's about who's finally willing to speak the truth, no matter the cost. Anyway, that's it for this video, folks.